everybody, and welcome to Those Dudes Play Live! Tonight, we are playing the Stanley Parable! Woo! Yay! So, I am slightly familiar with the base edition of this game. I've seen a lot of various content creators play the game. Not familiar with Ultra Deluxe, though, so this should be interesting. But before we get started, just a little reminder, hey, if we sell 50 packs of cards by the end of tonight, we will add this outfit to the unwanted wardrobe. You know you want it. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Yippee!
So let's get this started. See what insanity awaits us. Developed by Crows.
Crows.
Stupid kids. I'm just muting my mic for a minute because there's a lot of noise going on right outside my damn door. Okay, should I select yes or no for this?
I think since this is Ultra Deluxe, you technically haven't played it, so I'd say no.
Yeah, technically I feel like this is asking if I've played the base game. Well, let's go with no. Barely visible, okay. Please enter the current time. It is currently about 7:05. You are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Am I now?
Yes, you are.
I do love the, like, infinite computer screens there.
Oh, yeah, good.
Alright. The end is never the end. The end is never the end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Somehow I doubt that.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay,
You know, I swear...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I swear this game had some was inspiration for, like, the design for, like, the back rooms.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You were saying?
So yeah, like I mentioned this to Talks before we started. This first run, I'm just gonna follow the narrator's instructions.
We're going to be nice for once.
This is the only time during this game we're gonna be nice to the narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Say, fellas, did somebody mention the door to the left?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for not getting
Feeling
fired.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How does it solve a dispute? Let a ball up beside you, take it out passively aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. The cycle continues.
I mean, oh,
We will be back for you.
I missed the broom
Coming to a
closet.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, that's not the office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He
Yes,
stepped into the
total
newly
luck.
opened passageway.
It's not like we can hear a voice or anything.
You hear them too?
Just one. He's very British.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But, oh, that one. Well. Okay, I will see you later. I don't remember that being in the original game.
Escape.
Wonder what that means. Button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, I wonder what's on TV.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, there's like awkward 4 up there. Just
Yeah,
left off to the side compared to the... Oh, that's even worse!
Oh, that is. Ooh.
I hate
But
it.
I'm calling shenanigans. There's no way that there's that many people employed in a place because, like,
This
we're always
mind-control
short-staffed.
facility, it was too horrible to believe.
And yet, for some reason, our hours are
Had
being cut.
Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Yeah, about that.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well, definitely once. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Yes, game.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Say, fellas.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Light.
Unshackled himself
The
from
door to
someone else's
light.
command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Oh no.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
What?
Grass.
Fuck! Our run is ended.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, that was the Stanley Parable. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope you had a good time.
Beat the game.
I love how it's a fucking gold trophy. Get your first trophy.
Yep.
Wow.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. Hold
No
on.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Well,
Oh, for that one, you have to press buttons on a certain, you have to button match a certain, door. Let me look that up for you if you want me to.
Well, here. First, you know what we need to do.
Oh, yes, yes. We gotta get the best ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
I love how, like, the
Feeling
best
a
tip for
wave
not
of
getting fired is
disbelief,
don't get fired.
Stanley decided to go
I mean,
up
that's
to
a
his
solid
boss's
tip.
office,
Yeah.
hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, here it is.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No.
No.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason
The
to
best.
still be
The
here.
best broom closet.
Oh, look at that wrench.
Oh, dang. That is a good
How do I
wrench.
crouch? Oh, that's how I crouch.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Doing sweet fuck all.
Are you Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Nah, just, it's a nice broom
Yeah,
closet.
it's a pretty nice broom closet.
Hey, look at these
You
boxes.
do realize there's no choice
Oh,
or
damn.
anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
I love the subtitles on that.
Did you get the broom closet ending?
Not yet. We will,
Stanley
though.
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Excuse
He
you?
probably only got the job because of a
Wow.
family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money.
Wow.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
You shouldn't say it.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Wow, I can't believe Stanley
Broom closet,
fucking died.
explored it a bit, and we're just
Sometimes
about
I
to
can still
leave
hear his
because there's
voice.
nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey
Oh,
to
damn.
any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
So, chat, come here often.
God. Like, get up over here or I'll do it. Well, you don't have to be rude. I just died after all.
Oh, damn. You know what really sucks? There's like no
Second
mop for
player.
that.
It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
I'll be back.
Okay, but what if we went back in there?
Yeah, next time.
Oh, there,
Coming
I
to
was
the
gonna say there's
staircase,
audio if you
Stanley
went
walked
down.
upstairs
No,
to
I
the
know.
boss's office.
I just think it'd be funnier to wait till next time. Right now, though. What is this?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he
dear.
began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did
Oh, damn.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what
They
it
took out the room with the
really
car.
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually
Oh, there it is.
gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself,
Crazy?
I suppose I'll wake up
I was
soon.
crazy once.
I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh shit.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Being normal is
Everything
vastly
will be
overrated.
fine. I am okay.
I'm not.
I'm not okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What?
Say, fellas.
Say, fellas.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Can't believe
He was
Stanley fucking
obviously
died.
crazy. This much
Oh my
she
god.
knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Including that
It was
voice that's
comforting
dictating my
to think
thoughts.
this, and in a certain way, seeing this
Crazy.
man made her feel better.
I was crazy once.
Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
As one does.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
So
Stanley
so it
decided
is
to go to the meeting
4:30.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
4:30.
to do that one thing that you wanted to do.
Okay, hold on. First, there's something else much more important that I need to do first.
Room closet.
When Stanley came to
Maybe.
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Well, thank you. Oh my god. Is this the fabled broom?
Of the broom closet.
It couldn't be.
You know what's weird? There's like no mop, and there's like that thing for the mop bucket over there, but there's no mop. Unless that is a mop right there. Is that a mop? No, that's a handle.
Yeah, that's the handle to, you know.
Yeah, you can't put a broom in a mop bucket. Like.
But buckets, though.
Buckets.
We do have a bucket. That is the important part.
Now, stand before the array of metal buckets.
It's not metal, but
Look at them. Not just with your eyes, but with your heart.
Louder than I expected. It burst my ears.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
There is no achievement here, reviewer. Bullshit! I know that there's something here. We got rope. We got duct tape. Got a wrench.
Was that
a few
a clamp?
wrenches.
Oh, that's not a clamp. I thought that was a clamp.
We got pliers. We got more duct tape. We've got hose. I just realized phrasing.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, and then I gotta check out the executive bathroom. Damn! To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to just have to pick just one. Damn. Executive bathrooms? Hold on. There we go, now you have some privacy.
This is a nice bathroom.
It really is.
I don't like the position of the window, though. Like, someone can see you take a shit.
The spicy didn't say anything about me going in the executive bathroom. Oh, what is this? Ah! Business strategy. Good God. Oh, lovely. I'm starting to think I've been abandoned by the narrator.
Angel the First, please no backseat gaming.
Yeah. You're stepping aboard a most uncommon elevator. Yeah, why are these pages glowing?
I don't know, man. I'll be right back. I just have to use the restroom.
Okay. We'll probably still be here. So, Chad, how are you guys doing? Doing okay? Have you bought some cards lately? It would be nice if you bought some cards. Make a nice break from this droning elevator music. So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one. Oh, I hear him. How long is this going to take? I don't know. How tall is this building? We've just been going up. Just realizing the narrator's singing along to the elevator music. Cut! Did you get the battle pass for Marvel Rivals? No, I'm not interested in paying anything for Marvel Rivals. Although, something you guys can pay for, you have a mix of Marvel Rivals and My Hero Ultra Rumble collection and the Streamloots collections. Wink, wink. You know what really sucks about stuff like this? This is the video game equivalent of playing chicken. It's like, which is gonna happen first? Am I gonna try to do something to make something happen, or am I gonna just sit here and wait for something to happen? Come on. Yeah, give you a deal. Get out of the elevator, and I'll give you $1. I don't know if I can get out of the elevator. Is the thing. Yes, you can't get out of the elevator. You're just sending me very mixed signals right now. Oh, there we go. All right, where's my $1? See what happens when I go down. Now, chat. I'm not entirely sure, but I think this elevator just might be a waste of time. Dare I say, it is stalling.
Back.
Welcome back. So yeah, that was the elevator to nowhere.
Huh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
We just got out of the elevator!
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Something over here? Nope.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
If light is on, call EXC 914 immediately. You know what? There's something I want to do.
Lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the
Those
number
four
of an
fuckers
employee
up there.
in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Yeah.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
What about that one over there?
Yeah, which one?
Like, you see how it's like in this, there's that space.
Wait, hold on. That one says pirate. What?
Oh, Hatter.
Alright, sorry. Which one are you talking about?
So you see, like, if you say, look straight in front of you, like, you see how it has, like, just the two and then there's just that empty space there?
Yeah.
It bothers me.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, narrator, I hear what you're saying. But what if, and hear me out on this, what if...
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Oh dear.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. but I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh, wait, hey, Mr. Narrator.
Stanley.
This is a game?
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye and play.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds.
I mean, at least
you
they
have
wished us
left.
goodbye.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Huh.
Well.
Well then.
Oh, what's that
That's
key?
kinda
You want to
rude.
learn about buckets?
All of his
Now,
powers were gone.
stand before the array of metal buckets.
Perhaps he had simply missed.
Look at them, not just with your eyes, but with your heart.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
No!
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
love
office,
this.
hoping he might find an answer there.
The room closet didn't deserve this. You monster.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Well, shit.
There, I believe you can actually, when you get back down here, down there, I believe you can go back up the elevator.
Well, shit. Now I have to try it. We
Man, that
want
broom
broom
closet
closet.
ending.
We want broom closet. Oh.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the
Oh, I have to
elevator
do
and
something.
went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh, I can't go back down. Fuck.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen
got
eye
that
for
right, narrator.
storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Me, whenever I put out a new storyline.
Ooh, button.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
See, what is it? What is it?
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
I'm sorry. Oh, God.
This game's great.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
I think I might have an idea for a new Stream Loots card.
Oh, dang. Oh!
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Did he just insult the streams?
Dare I?
Do it. I want to see how far this goes.
Oh, he's not responding. Oh, he just skips right.
You know what?
What?
I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Oh.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you.
I'm sorry?
So you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life.
Oh, please.
Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
I'm calling you now.
The room
We're gonna just get back to the
should be
to
just
the office.
around the corner here somewhere.
How we did it, the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars.
Look at the other poster.
What, this one?
Yeah.
All eyes on Stanley, live on stage. An evening with world peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is. Just
Stanley
through
Parable
this door.
Stanley. Okay, this is getting really sus.
All right, are you ready? I've
Stage.
told them you're going
Welcome,
to speak
Stanley.
a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
The storyteller. Oh, God. Please, please let this result in us just getting back to the office. This is a little bit more than a press conference. Hold conference here.
They're all Stanleys.
Oh my god. Oh, and we're back.
Oh, we should click on that one door, and since we're right there.
Finally, this is
Oh, 4:30?
great, he thought to himself.
Yeah, 5 times.
This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
You're just gonna...
This is gonna hurt my thumb.
You got this!
I got this!
No. I'm still not
Oh, I did it.
feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Where is 4th? There it is.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Sit on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Now, back to door number 437.
Give it up for 437, baby.
Give it up for 437!
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
We're almost there. I can feel it.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes!
Ah.
This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
He's getting so excited and I love it.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
That was good.
That felt right.
Like a deserved trophy.
Mm-hmm.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
He's so done with us.
Can you blame him?
No. Like, is this how Xander feels when he's in call with us? When it's just the two of us, you know?
Maybe. Should I?
I think it would just make you do the ending again that you just did.
Yeah.
So.
Stanley walked straight
There
ahead
is a
through
thing you
marked
can do
door
in the
that
mind
read
control facility,
Mind
though.
Control Facility.
Alright. What am I doing?
Okay, try to get on that thing and fall off. So you see
On
how, like,
this?
there's a chair there?
Ah. Whee! Well, I hit something.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special
Oh, dang.
you are.
I'm
We call
special.
this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
That was beautiful.
I know, right?
Oh,
All
God.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm already smiling
Stanley
too much with
decided
this
to go to the
game.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
My cheeks are starting to hurt.
Oh, this game's so good.
Wait, hold on. That's weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, they reset the way that was set
Yet
up.
there was not a single person
Yeah, don't worry about
there
it.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
He's so done with us.
Alright, there's one more thing in the mind control facility that I want to
Stanley
do.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I need to get back to where, like, the power core or whatever the hell that was.
Oh, you're gonna
Lights
try
rose on an enormous
doing the
room
button
packed
thingy?
with television screens.
No, there
What
was like an
horrible
extra
secret
door
did
that I
this
saw.
place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Like, if that door closes on me, then I'll do... What is the button thingy?
Oh no, like I feel like there's
Now the
actually a way
monitors jumped
to actually solve
their
the
true
puzzle
nature
when you
revealed.
turn on the mind
Each
control
bore the
facility.
number
I'm
of
just
an
very dumb.
employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
You wanna look it
The
up for
lives
me?
of so many individuals reduced to images
Let me see if
on
I
a
can find
screen.
it.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it
Okay, I guess I'm doing the
monitored and
button thing.
commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Alright, you got it ready?
Oh, it's never. It doesn't say like there's any actual answer to it. I'm looking on the wiki, yeah.
That's what I thought. So yeah, like, I tried doing the thing, and like, this door, I saw it close during the other ending. I'm gonna try something with
And
this
when
one.
at last he found the source of the room's power. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Maybe I need to do it
A
now
moment of
with
solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway.
Oh, hold on.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Damn it!
I raised them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
I'll
Almost
be right
hate
back
to see
again.
it
I'm going to the
go.
bathroom again.
But
Don't
I'm
fall
sure
in.
whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000?
Damn it.
I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will
I mean,
you
that
cling
is an ending.
desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door. Just go.
Yeah, I'm going.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And I'm going this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Okay, whoop. Where am I?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Right.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Ah! Well.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Well. I can't click on anything. Button sounds, huh? Okay. Based on the work of the well, isn't this fun? Warzone. In early development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on the battlefield fighting aliens. And Yashin would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build that it was far too jokey and on the notes for the tone of the game. Really now? Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was on our intention. Okay, that one's more fair. Hello, Tron. Well, how dare. Narrator Amos. Central aspect. Narrator for questions. Well, we initially planned to use these for further promotional materials, never found the perfect use for them. Here's a section of the emails. Okay. Why are we in Castle Oblivion? I don't remember. Okay. What?
Came to the lift. He traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever.
Kevin brightening the
Nothing
this
there.
recorded dialogue.
Well, try the other one then.
Roughly 3 separate times over the course of 2 years before it takes not used in the final game.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room.
Alright, found the exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to
Wait.
me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be
Yeah, this is
your
the first time the
own
game
choice.
references actually what console I'm playing on.
Choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Well, that was weird.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
420. Come on. Damn. Nah, that's too easy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Or,
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Yeah,
It
it
had
is a
really
very
been
nice room.
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
in this lovely chat.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yeah. I'm glad you agree, narrator.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Excuse
It's
you.
possible that this is why everyone left.
I'm just gonna...
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Was it now? Alright.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room, and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Yeah.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Or...
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, Well, from here it's left.
Okay, I guess I have no other options.
Oh no, no, it's to the right. My mistake.
All right.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay.
No. This
Here it
isn't
is.
right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait.
Uh-oh.
What? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
I didn't do nothing.
Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
All these endless rooms. Yep. Okay, I'm back to here.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Uh-oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
No, I don't remember
Do
at
you
all.
know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Says
Some
you.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh my god! Okay, hold on now. I gotta hold off. I gotta at least have Tox here for this, if not both Tox and Andrew. Because, guys, it's the adventure line. Let's see. Narrator, have we ever told you the definition of insanity? It's when you do the same thing over and over again expecting a different result. No, that doesn't sound right. But you know, it does sound right. You guys buy Streamloots cards. Because if we get 50 sold by the end of the night, we will be adding this outfit to the collection. You know you want it. Yes, buy more cards. According to one of your storylines, don't tempt me. Tempt him. No, I don't think I'll ever do that. What was that from? It was from an anime called Rosary Plus Vampire.
All right, I've got a solution.
Somebody show up. I don't want to go on the adventure line alone. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to go on the adventure line alone with chat. Somebody. You could restart though, save us the pain. No.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just
Trademark.
follow the line. How simple is that?
Follow the yellow brick line. That doesn't seem right, but okay.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
To destiny.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination
Back.
still a story?
Welcome
Simply
back.
by
We are
actively
on the adventure
moving
line.
forward, are we
Oh, hell
implying
yeah.
a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh yeah. Whoa!
Who was
don't know. I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
That is a lovely fern.
It is a very lovely fern.
Look at it just swaying in the breeze. No, Key, we cannot eat the fern.
Key? Ferns aren't food. They are friends.
You can't spell friend without fern. Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this... Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
You're right, Tox, we are in the back rooms.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. You should be fine.
It TM. Okay. Back here, so I have to go back that way. Well, thick.
Yeah, I'm sorry about this. I have to go to the bathroom again. My stomach is hating me right now.
No problem. Oh, there he goes.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Confusion ending.
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
For
You're
18
telling me
minutes.
That's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, of
I'm not
sorts.
quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Wow, that was unexpected.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Let's see. Oh, hold on. Aha! And crouch and ha-ha!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Fair.
Now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Well, I do believe this is quite a pickle. All right.
Stanley decided
do
to
it
go
again.
to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. No matter how hard
dare you.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a
Yes,
minute
Streamlabs,
just
that'd
to
be a
drink it
wonderful
all in?
idea.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your
God, the
own
brightness is
desires
actually hurting
to
my eyes.
restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Okay. Well.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Oh, I do love limericks. Yeah, this music is kind of relaxing, isn't it? This is the song that doesn't end. It just goes on and on, my friends. I was starting to lose the tune. And it's done. Hello? Narrator, are you there? Well, okay then.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
It's true.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, dear.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Say, fellas, did somebody mention the door to darkness?
Come back to this! What the hell?
Welcome back, Andrew.
Hello. Damn card.
Yeah, let's do that. God damn it, Fugi. If you're gonna log me out, actually log me out. Don't make me think I'm logged in.
Casper.
Come on.
Yeah, so how are you enjoying the Stanley Parable?
Oh, I'm having a great time.
Have you found the bucket?
Not yet. We did find the broom closet.
Oh, the broom closet. God,
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one
why
to
am I
do
reacting like this? I already know what happens.
Reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I can't. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Let's
so
see
you
how
missed the
long I
adventure
last
line.
this time.
Ah, the adventure line. What a
Oh,
classic.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Ayo.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Yep, yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get
Sick
you
burn.
to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What?
The narrator said this is a sad story about it.
He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there.
Who made this game,
pushing
Rick
buttons,
Sanchez?
Doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work
God.
was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The
Can I just say the narrator
thought
just sounds
excited
awesome?
him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this
Ah.
fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. and down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Title drop.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay.
And now we play the waiting game.
So how you doing, Xandru?
Nah, I'm doing pretty good. Just got off a phone call is all. And got off work. And all that fun stuff. And I'm having a pizza. Pepperoni. As per normal.
Pizza.
It's DiGiorno.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Yep. Because, like, delivery doesn't have stuffed crust pizza. At least I think.
Some places do,
mean,
actually.
I was gonna say, Domino's just started having stuffed crust.
So does Little Caesars.
Right.
We don't talk about Little Caesars.
What? Why does everyone's beef with Little Caesars? It's delicious.
It's good for the price.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean,
when it used to be exactly $5, then yeah, it was worth the price. But now that it's only on sale sometimes for $5.99, it's not worth $5.99 or up.
And it's still cheaper than most pizza places.
True.
Damn it, now I'm hungry.
I thought you were a viewer.
I'm not, because the food that... Oh, yeah, I got you.
Dang it.
I'm gonna just mute him, because I don't have them. Here we go. Because I'm pretty sure it's the food that made me sick. So it's just like, gotta wait it out, or already taking the stuff for it.
Andrew, I like yelling! Alright, fine, I'll push the damn button.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
Well.
Okay, fine, I'll undeafen him.
Funny wit to what y'all said.
Hey, Andrew?
Yes.
I'm just gonna... There.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
How dare.
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
I still think about the Garfield phones.
Oh, God.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How many endings have you done? Oh, hello.
Ooh.
Not
When
yet.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Trying to think what else could I do with this.
Only you have the power to decide,
This
reviewer.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper. Something darker.
Say, fellas.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh yeah, so I've...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be
I'm
difficult,
just gonna
but the
whip.
fact is that but in his eagerness to prove that he
My
is
God.
in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'd like to
Standing now
know,
in this incredible
random
room,
question related to
Stanley
Garfield.
for the fir-
What do you guys
eager
think
to
of
get back to business,
Gorefield?
Stanley took the first open
That's a
door on
thing.
his left.
I don't think I've seen it, and I'm okay with
Stanley
that.
was so bad at following
Yeah.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting,
Okay,
Stanley.
gotta time this.
Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Danger everywhere.
Let me prove it.
Pretty
Let
much.
me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley
Oh,
walked
God.
through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hell, blue
All
door.
right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here.
Stanley's
I haven't
colorblind.
even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer
Okay, I'm gonna go
textures.
back to the
Is this
bathroom.
what
I'll
you would want
hopefully
to
be right
Was
back.
it worth ruining
Okay,
the
doke.
entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Yay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Good old Neil, Skid, Nico Nacho, Vala, Hoggard. Oh, jeez. You know that 21.3% skip the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players shows the blue tour. I have not been playing for 7 hours, so...
But the worldwide leaderboard says otherwise.
I literally have never played this game before tonight, and we have not been streaming for...
Now, would you say
for
that
7 hours.
competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
So, Xandru?
Yeah?
Do me a favor.
Yeah?
Look up what happens if you actually play this for 4 hours.
I don't know if it does, but let me check it out.
I feel like I saw something like someone actually tried playing this for 4 hours. Isn't this great?
Yeah, God, that's so much better.
You're welcome. My God, just let it end. All right, so Xandru, what have you got?
It looks like there is something a little further ahead, but I don't know if it's like for actual 4 hours. Hold on. Oh my God! So yeah, you can actually go for 4 hours, and there is like actual more that happens.
Well, obviously we're not doing that tonight.
Yeah, no, we are not.
All right, so prepare your eardrums.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
You heartless bastard.
Yes,
Did
Andrew.
you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh my god!
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motive?
Okay, I'm a little pissed, actually.
Yeah?
In the original game, they switched it to Portal.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Now I'm pissed. I don't want to play
But now-
Firewatch or whatever the hell this game was called.
Yeah, Firewatch.
Vision.
You know, I never played it myself.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay.
You know, Nintendo might be right. It might have been a copyright issue.
That's fair. Like, that's what I figured, but still. Would have been nice. I like
Yeah.
Portal.
You like it so much, why didn't you play it?
I did. You can find that stream on this channel, in fact.
Oh, there you go.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What? Oh, jeez.
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that.
I don't do this often.
Mm-hmm.
But this game has given me a golden opportunity.
Oh, no.
We're gonna build a wall, and we're gonna make Valve pay for it.
Oh, my God!
I'm sorry!
Sure.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't usually do political jokes, but... Come on! They just sprouted a wall out of nowhere.
You could have gone for Attack on Titan.
I've never actually watched Attack on Titan.
No right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any. Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
What?
Oh, hello.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had.
It's Rocket League!
It's a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Alright, where are the cars?
Okay, so what exactly
You are
do
the
we do
car.
here? Let's see. There are lots of cars
you
here
drive
in the
us
back,
crazy.
but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Where's the ball? Yay!
I don't think this is how Rocket League is supposed to be played.
No, this is exactly... As someone who has played it exactly one time, I think this is exactly how this game is supposed to work.
Little story that I worked so hard on. Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yes.
snap.
Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Excuse you? Phrasing! Oh, God!
Oh.
Oh, I think I see where this is going. God, imagine Rocket League if they just constantly spawn more balls out of nowhere.
You
Oh,
having
God.
fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
What?
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Can you at least have left a ball for us?
No. You get no
Well,
balls.
fuck you too.
Oh my gosh.
God, narrator is such a tsundere. Can I jump in here?
Hold on. What are you doing?
You didn't think I was gonna do that! Okay, whoa!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay, whoop. Where are we going now?
I forgot. Oh God, we're in the back rooms before back rooms was a thing.
Doc's already made that joke.
Oh, dang nabbit.
Ha, suffer.
Oh. Hey, Noah, long time no see. How you doing?
Yeah. Okay, well, that did nothing. Well.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait. All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Is it?
Oh, man, you're the narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Don't wanna.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone
Oh,
you've
damn.
been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really?
Really?
I was in the middle of something. Do you
Really?
have zero consideration for others? Are you that
Yes.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me
I don't
prove it.
believe you.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright, fine.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Say, fellas.
Dang nabbit! Well, I believe in my heart that Kingdom Hearts is the light.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here.
What?
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel
happy.
happy.
Which is a big deal to me.
Alright, let's see what happens when this dome gets completed.
Keyblade. Oh, look, a hidden Mickey. Woo!
Oh, this is lovely.
It's pretty.
Nintendo. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Happy, happy, joy.
joy. Raymond, my friends, they
No,
are my power.
wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Uh-oh. Oh my god, they're green.
Oh my god, look at the dots.
They're green.
Everything is right in the world. Reviewer, don't you dare go back! Narrator, tell him to go back! Stanley,
Why are
when he
you-
goes back.
Why are you listening to Xandru?
You know, fair.
Wait a minute!
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
No, you know what this bit is? This is true level from Rick and Morty.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking
Oh.
everything we achieved
Lamps
here.
to the cosmic slaughter!
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
It's red, let's go.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
When green is gone, what's the point?
Okay, narrator's not talking at me anymore.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
It really is true level.
And we go back and forth and back and forth. Also, Raymond, that's kind of dark. Oh, of course I'm gonna die. Everyone dies eventually. Good God.
It's true.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay. No. All right. You ready for this?
Yes. Oh my god!
You shouldn't have said anything.
Okay, that's fair.
You know what? I am not moving on until someone buys more packs of cards.
Nah, I got a better idea.
Hmm?
You sound like a girl!
That is not a better idea.
A great idea. What are you talking about?
No, that's a terrible idea.
Let's see.
Honestly, with my stomach.
How dare
being
you,
the way
Tendo?
It is kind of a bad idea. But I'll survive.
You will survive! Stanley, on the other hand, will die.
Oh,
Choose the form of the destructor.
Hold
you
on.
have me worried there. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Whee!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Oh, my walking speed is so much slower.
Yes. Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
You were such a
No,
monster.
Perhaps not.
Alright. Do it again.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
God, it's so weird hearing the narrator be that legitimately sad.
Oh, the narrator just puts you through the ringer of the emotional spectrum.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
No, please, I don't want to go back. Alright, so Tox, you got a timer ready?
Of course I do.
Alright, start the timer.
Okay.
Raymond, 10th Doctor.
How long was I sitting
I don't want to
there?
go.
Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What the
Also,
heck?
yeah, the narrator is speaking through you. What the heck?
God damn it.
Over it, buddy.
There we go.
There we go.
Yippee.
Here's A.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
BRB, gotta use the restroom.
Stanley
No,
was
not
so
you
bad at
too!
following directions. It's incredible it
Oh,
wasn't
no.
5 years ago.
Sandy, no.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
No. I said no. Fine.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
And I do this one again. Yeah, Tendo, we already did the blue door.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for... This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Your
to
time's
put
up.
your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Say, fellas.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay, I hear you. Or...
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
No, I'm not.
Oh, damn.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And
Are you sure I'm a real person? People at work ask me if a real person could ring them out, but apparently I'm not a real person. I'm at self-checkout.
Safety protocol for real-world decision-making, or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
I don't think you guys are real.
And practice saying, my goodness.
Oh, dang, I'm not real.
I'm not real?
I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack.
Oh, goodness. It's 4:30.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
Oh, that's too many.
Do you make more than 8?
That's a lot of choices.
And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
Oh, damn.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
I refuse to take my meds, Doc.
Welcome back. You
Get
may
well.
have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Raymond, choice fatigue, that's a thing. Really?
Ah, jeez.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Mood. I, too, am not equipped to deal with reality.
I feel that.
Same. I take it the narrator isn't a Tarantino fan.
On the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I mean, you did say, like, as Stanley would, and Stanley would do this.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now
BRB
incorrect?
again.
How can I go back
Okay,
to
okay.
that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Give up. Ooh. Okay, this is starting to look like Portal 2. Now I'm back on track.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you?
Yes, there
You're
is.
a child.
And it's scary.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's not getting angry at me this time.
No! Why did you do that?
What?
Quickly, hurry back.
Okay, that was a little delayed.
Is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Something very familiar about all this.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You're just gonna keep doing this until,
Why
like...
did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh my god.
Is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Okay, I don't...
exactly as Stanley would.
Okay, I think we've officially hit a plateau here.
Always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Anyone getting a case of deja vu? Oh well, let's run it. Let's run with it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Oh my God, it's open again.
His boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Damn it!
No broom closet for us. Boom.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Damn it, I can't go into the executive bathroom. Okay. Oh, this is different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face
Night
the
Shark
unknown.
115.
He drew a sharp breath.
Okay, I wanted to see if the
and then
controller,
spoke
the mic
code.
on my controller would work. Night Shark 115.
I thought it was Shark Knight 115.
Shark Knight 115.
Stanley spoke the code.
No, it was Night Shark.
Oh, it was Night Shark.
115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Stanley kind of doesn't have a voice.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Oh.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors.
Oh, this is new.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door.
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything.
Do something.
More important than you can ever know.
Do something.
I need
Do
that.
something.
The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Black. Should we do something?
That's all right.
Should we? We should do something.
Decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Okay. You know what? I think that note is a perfect place to call it a night.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll be back over on Twitch tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific for some Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2. Have a good night, everybody.